It's Allie, and today we are going to be testing out the Ardell Aqua Lashes. I found these not too long ago and I haven't heard about these. I've never seen anything like this, but basically these are false lashes. It says no adhesive needed, so apparently you dip and apply. It's supposed to be a water activated band, so I guess it has some type of adhesive on there that's activated by water that you can just use to apply onto your eyes. I want to read up a little bit more about this. I've never used this before, so we are trying this out together. I do have it in the style 341. I only have one pair of lashes. Now I do see that they seem fairly long, like the band is pretty long, so we are gonna have to cut it, I think. In the back, it just shows the eye. So I guess you're supposed to measure it to see where it fits. And then it shows that you just dip it in water and then apply it. Now, I do have eyeliner on today. Thankfully, the eyeliner that I do have on my eyelid today is waterproof. But it makes me wonder, how would this work on something if you have makeup on that's either not waterproof or just in general? If you put this on over makeup, I wonder how that's gonna work. I mean, I'm assuming you don't drench the lashes, but those are just questions that I think about. So again, I have it in 341, and at Sally's on the website, it says that it's going for $7.39 as far as price. I'm going straight to the Ardell website just to see what it says. It says the first water activated strip lash on the market. They're designed to give you stunning lashes in seconds without glue. Okay, so this says that it's perfect for beginners or those that are in a rush. So I feel like the idea is good because there have been many times where I have a pair of lashes and I can't find the glue. Sorry if the lighting's a little funky. But anyways, there have been many times where I want to put lashes on, but I either don't have glue, or the glue that I have I don't really love, or anytime I wear lashes and I'm out, I always try to remember to bring like a tube of glue with me, and that's annoying. But I guess with this, because it's water activated, you don't need to worry about that. So they're saying, I think. That's what I got out of it, at least. But yeah, so it says, just take a dip into the future of lashes. They have a good amount of different styles, actually. And on the Ardell website, they're actually going for $5.50. So it's actually less to order it, I guess, straight from Ardell. Yeah, apparently all you have to do is measure it and dip it into the water. I wonder if it'll work if you just, I don't know, maybe like get a Q-tip and put it on that way. I'm not sure. Here you have it. Now the bands are stiff. Let me zoom you in so you can see. Okay, so there's the lash. The band is very stiff. You can see there's like that adhesive on there, and you can see that it's definitely longer on the sides. So this is one that you, I think, absolutely have to measure and cut. I actually typically don't cut my lashes. They usually just work pretty well, but I'm gonna measure it and cut them. All right, let me measure it out and see how they work. They are super, super stiff, like really, really stiff. I think I just have to cut that excess off, and I think it should be okay. I literally just cut the excess off. I didn't actually cut any of the lashes off, and you can see, like you can see the, I think you can see like the actual glue on there. It doesn't say how long to hold it in the water either. So I really hope that once dipping it, it gets, oh, I like that style though. I hope the band softens up a little bit. I have a little bit of water here. Okay, we're gonna just take it and dip it in the water. Like, how do you know when it's ready? Oh gosh. I probably should use like tweezers. So in the picture, it shows that you can like push it flat, but because the band is so stiff, I can't. I think that's okay. Oh my gosh. Now the lashes are all wet. There was a little paper. I probably should have read that first. Oh, okay, it does say, immerse the lash band in warm water for 10 to 15 seconds. Ensure lash band is fully saturated before applying to lash line. All right, was that 10 to 15 seconds? I think it can go a little bit more. I have this actual lash applicator, so I'm gonna get that. That would have been smart. And we're gonna do it. Okay, so let's see, fully immersed. Okay, we'll just hold it for like, I don't know, 10 seconds, 5 seconds. more. So the strip is so stiff, you kind of have to get the actual lashes wet in order for it to actually be fully immersed. Okay, I think that's good enough. So you can see the lashes are wet. I like want to dry them off a little bit, but I think that defeats the purpose. Here we go. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. All right, that was easy to apply, but you can see I'm lifting a little bit here because the band is so stiff. All right, so I'm just gonna like push down a little bit. Yep, see, now it's lifting on this side. I don't know if you can see, I hope you can see. Because it's so stiff, it keeps just lifting whenever I adjust. I'm gonna try to like soften the band a little bit with the other one. Come on, don't let me down. All right, it's like, I think it's pretty good on there. No, I'm getting really frustrated. I push one side down and the other side lifts. And I really don't like that the lashes are like actually wet. They look pretty though. I like this style. Can you just like stay? Just stay on there, please. All right, I think it's better. It's definitely a little wonky, but I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, let me see if I can soften the other band. I'm gonna cut it the same amount. Oh, did you hear that? Look, when I went to soften the band, so don't do that. I went to see if you can soften the band and it actually cracked the lash. You know how sometimes you can like bend the band to soften it? Well, it literally cracked. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna cut the excess off again. I'll see what happens with that little piece that just cracked. So let's get that applicator thing. It definitely worked better that way than just with your hands. So either tweezers or an applicator. Let's dip it in water. And here we go. I just dropped it in there. Whoops. Okay, let's fish that out. Okay, so we'll count to like 10 seconds. 15. I think that was about 10 seconds. All right, so again, the lashes are wet. Let's see how this one goes. Okay. It definitely, like, you feel how wet it is. Okay. All right. I'm having that same issue where I push down on one side and the other side pops up. Kind of have to just like back and forth, push down. I really don't like how stiff the band is, but I guess that's the only way to do it. I don't know. All right, I'm using tweezers instead. I was using like a lash applicator, but they were a little bit bulky. These are dual-sided and this is like more fine. So I'm gonna see if I can have a little bit better control with that. Okay, I think we're good. I feel like I could have let it sit in the water a little bit longer, kind of to like soften the glue a little bit, but I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It feels pretty secure. I mean, you can see it's a little wonky on this side. I mean, I'm also not the best at lashes to begin with, but it's a little wonky. It's 12:20 right now. These are what they look like. I think you guys can see. I hope the camera's picking it up, but I mean, I guess it depends on your eye shape too. But for me, it was a little bit tricky to put because the band just kept moving. See, I think you can see right there. Like this looks so wonky. Like if it had more of a bend, like a curve to it. Oh, there's a glue. Do you see that? Ew. Oh my gosh. It's literally like a string. Okay, I think that's as good as, I'm gonna stop messing with it because now I'm like pulling glue out. Okay, I think the idea is cool. I want to see how it works with like a Q-tip. I also don't know if they're reusable, so I'm going to look into that a little bit more. Based off of my first experience, I'm going to say that it's probably not going to work as well if you just like wet a Q-tip and put it on. I think when they tell you to like immerse it in water, it's for a reason. I think there is like a decent amount of adhesive on there, hence the lash strip being so stiff. But so with that, I'm assuming that it really does need to be fully saturated and immersed in water, not just like dabbed to be damp, if that makes sense. But yeah, so you do have to like fully immerse in water, which makes it a little bit tricky. I feel like you definitely need a tool, whether it's tweezers or like a lash applicator, because otherwise your nails, your hands are gonna get like really wet. The lashes get wet. It didn't mess up my eye makeup, which I'm happy about. Again, I do have waterproof eyeliner on, so maybe I should have used a different one. Okay, so reading it up online, it does say that you can reuse the Aqua Lash depending on how much residue is on the actual lash. Okay, so it says if there's too much residue, you can just clean off the band and use your favorite lash adhesive to get more wear of the pair. So basically, if there's not too much residue, you can re-dip it into the water and reuse it that way. But if there's too much residue on the band, then you basically have to clean off the band, like the strip, and then just use glue. My eyes are starting to not feel comfortable. I don't know if you can tell. But I think it's because something's poking it. Okay. Let's separate that. Also want to say I do have sensitive eyes. There was a lash that was poking my eyeball, so hopefully that fixes the situation. They look pretty though. I do like them. And they feel pretty secure on there. They definitely, okay. They're feeling better. They're feeling better. Before I blabber on, I'm gonna wrap it up with my initial thoughts. Off the bat, I think it's a cool concept. I like the idea that you don't need to use lash glue. As soon as it touched the lid, it almost like there was that tackiness, which with eyelash glue, you should feel that if you do it, in my opinion, correctly, which is like waiting for it to get a little tacky. But how many of us have rushed? Because I know I've done that before where I'm like waiting. I'm like, okay, that should be long enough for the lash glue. And then I put it on my lid and it's like a wet mess. If you can't tell, I don't like how stiff the strip is. It's so stiff and hard to, it doesn't bend really, because if you saw when I bent it, it just cracked the glue. Right now it seems okay, but I just don't know how it would work if I just like cracked the entire band. It didn't affect my makeup. It was really easy to apply. And even though the actual like hairs got wet, obviously be mindful of that. And you don't want it like soaking and dripping. But my lashes, well, the fake lashes, were not so wet to the point where it was like dripping and getting onto my makeup. I also like that you can reuse it with just water, and then you can reuse it with actual lash glue if there's too much residue. So it seems like you'll be able to get a decent amount of wear out of these. Here's the thing. Out of habit, I feel like I would still buy regular lashes and like use the lash glue. Obviously, also you're a little bit more limited with what styles you have available. Although it seems like they have a decent amount of styles, you obviously have more options with lashes that you need glue with. I'm gonna try my best to check in and give you my final thoughts at the end of the day. If for some reason I can't, I will leave you with this. Is it something that I would repurchase? Honestly, I think I would. I really would, because I think this is also me just like always wanting to be prepared. I think this would be good to just have handy, and say like you're going on a trip or you have an event or something and you're just like quickly packing or rushing or being last minute, and you can just throw it in like your little toiletry bag and not have to worry about where's my lash glue or where's this or where's that. Like you literally can just have a couple of these, pop them in your bag, and you're good to go in case you're like away or you're out or you're doing something and you're like, maybe I want to throw in a couple of lashes. I do also like that it's good for those of us that are in a rush, because I'm always in a rush. I'm always like thinking about the next thing I have to do. And the only thing is obviously you need water available. So I think I would repurchase, and I also think like the price point is good. I guess between like $6 to $8 is what it was saying, obviously with like depending where you get it from. But I do like it. I do like it. So as of now, I am happy. I think it's pretty cool. Something different, something fun. I like the style. The only thing is I wish that the band was not so stiff. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes as I wear it throughout the day. All right, guys, I figured I'd hop on here. It is 4:35 right now. I just wanted to give you a little update with the lashes. Basically, it's been about 4 hours or so, and I have to be honest, I am ready to take them off. They are good. They're just really not the most comfortable. My eyes were definitely like watery a little bit, and again, I do have sensitive eyes. So I feel like it actually, I mean, my makeup smeared a little bit, but I think that's more from like my eyes getting watery, not like from the water from the application. Like even now as I'm kind of messing with my eyes a little bit, they're starting to irritate me. Maybe it'll be fine for you, but my eyes are getting a little bit irritated. However, my eyes tend to get a little bit irritated no matter what, like especially when wearing falsies. Yeah, anytime I wear false lashes, my eyes, doesn't matter which lashes, Some are obviously more comfortable than others, but my eyes personally are always sensitive to them. They always feel very heavy and like, you know the feeling. You know the feeling that it's like, just like all you want to do is rip your eyelashes out. So not your real ones, of course. But let me see if I can go a little closer. You can see like this inner corner here was basically, I mean, again, I'm not the best at applying it, but this inner corner here was kind of like wonky all the time. And especially as my eyes watered. I mean, I guess you would think that like your tears would kind of reactivate the glue, but it did just make it, I guess, like move a little bit. I think you can kind of see like the strip is definitely heavier, but I do like the style. So I do want to take them off. I want to see how easily they come off. So don't mind me. Before I do that though, I do want to say I recorded before this update my thoughts on it, and my thoughts are the same. So although there is a little bit of sensitivity, a little bit of like that irritation, that uncomfortable feeling, for me it's not anything unbearable that I'm like thinking I would never use it again. It basically feels like a little bit more uncomfortable than my eyes normally feel with any type of false lash. So that's something I guess that I would just have to deal with if I wanted to use this again. Let me take this off, and that hurts. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, I don't know if it's because it's on my lashes. Oh my gosh, that hurts. I think I ripped a couple. I totally, oh, I ripped a few of my lashes out. That's lovely. The removal actually was not the best. I guess that's some heavy duty adhesive, because I actually did rip out some of my natural lashes. Bummer. It also did take my makeup off. So let me take this side off. This one came off a lot more easily. This was also the side that I didn't immerse as long, and I felt like, I talked about it, I felt like it wasn't really fully saturated, I guess. But yeah, that was easier to remove. The other one, the adhesive 100% got onto my natural lashes and ripped a few out. So overall, I still do like it. I think it's a pretty cool product, but this is definitely something cool to try. Just wanted to come up here and update because I did want to take them off, and I wanted to take them off on camera. So the Aqua Lashes by Ardell. Yeah, so I think that these are really good. I think they're worth trying out. I really like them. I like the convenience of them. Obviously, you need water handy, but besides that, oh, and you do need scissors or something to cut it because it had that excess little strip. Maybe for your eye shape, you don't need to cut it, but I did. And usually I don't have to cut it, so that gives you maybe a little idea of the length of it. But overall, pretty good. I do like these. Way to go, Ardell. Let's see how I feel throughout the day. But as of now, I like them. They're pretty cool. Different. Fun. But that does it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Ring the bell for notifications. Let me know what other types of video you want to see from me. Be sure to stay happy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.